I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved, because you are loved, holy, not because you're above anyone else, but because you are whole, friend, complete, infinitely so. And from that complete state, we climb our mountains, don't we? Today's stream topic is going to be about exactly that, climbing mountains, right? Specifically inspired by something that Yuan said to me, where he went, very simply, we just have to keep working, right? And that sounds kind of discouraging. I feel like some of us do not dream of labor, right? And yet, we're going to have to work on something ourselves, our lives, our diets, our way of showing up in the world, our expectations, our challenges with other people, etc., 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 etc. And all we have to do, if we want to be good at what it is we're doing, is keep doing it. If you want to see the top of the mountain, you have eyes, our thank goodness. You have to keep climbing the mountain. That's the only way to see the top of the mountain, isn't it? So I thank you, friends, for climbing this mountain with me. I cannot drag you up the mountain, fortunately and unfortunately. But I also know that I don't have to, that we get to climb together. And yet, even though we're climbing together, each and every single one of us is climbing our own mountain, walking our own path up to this mountain, experiencing our own fractal through this mountain. Joy Vive and Shannon and Nana. Maxine is here too. So nice having you, friend. Loazana, sending you love, dear friend. Brother Dan, even. Thank you for joining us. So nice to have you, friends, here with me. What mountains have you been climbing? Yellow little butterfly just passed me. Yeah? What you saying, Catty Catty? What you saying? Here comes Shelby into frame. Let's see. There she is. Little tiger walking behind me. Sam is here too. I see we're using my favorite progress metaphor today. Fabulous. Oh, yeah. You like climbing mountains, Sam? Do you like climbing mountains? I haven't climbed as many mountains as I would like to be able to say I have, right? There's some imposter syndrome happening in me that with the mountain climb that is my life, I haven't climbed enough mountains. I've climbed a fair share of mountains, like one or two, but I would like to climb more. This is true. We probably will. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to the days that I can just take you friends up an actual mountainside and then stream, seeing a mountain valley, right? Mountains, being like, yeah, how about that view? I literally climbed 7 hours to be here right now so that we can have this. I'm looking forward to it. Is that an Aunt B I see? Bethany, so nice having you here with me, friend. We've been sending you love, you and Uncle Becky. How are you doing, dear friend? How is this day treating you? There we go. So much love is being shared. No questions, just love. It's nice to have all of you here. Mm. Man, let's see if there's something worth saying. Mm. May consciousness alone dwell within, and as this creation that I once thought was myself. Isn't that trippy? May consciousness within, right? The thing that you are, the experience that arises from the intersection that is space and time, and you, the observer thereof, that consciousness. May consciousness alone dwell within, right? No stories, no I can't climb mountains. I'm too weak, etc., etc. But that consciousness alone resides as this creation that I once thought was myself, and then simply be the presence of love. Climbing the mountain. I feel like there is definitely some mountain climbing happening in my head where I feel like I'm at the stage of the mountain, right at the base, right? Looking up, kind of feeling like it's impossible. Seeing this stream as a mountain that we're climbing today, right? Experiencing, noticing where this mountain will take us. Who knows what the view will look like at the end of the stream, where we would find ourselves, what the outlook will be. So I'm gonna, with this topic in mind, steer it, direct it even towards what's lovingly. Little by little, Peppermint Mononoke is here too. See you, friend. Nice to have you here. Took the day off from work to go to the doctor. I hope it's just a routine checkup. Nothing wrong, right? Took the day off. Iron Wine was an amazing song. Has an amazing song called Upwards Over the Mountain. Stunningly beautiful. Send me the name as well, please, in the chat so I can save it myself. The kids and I are back at the farm as of this past weekend. You! That brings a very real sense of calm to my heart, Auntie. How's that been? What was the change like? Do you feel the change was necessary? As this metaphor of climbing a mountain, do you feel you are closer to the peak of the mountain right now? Or are you closer to the base of the mountain, right? Seeing it as a joke almost, where you climb all the way up the mountain, and then standing on top of the mountain, you get to be like, ah, look at this beautiful view. And then in the distance, you see a mountain taller than the one you're standing on right now. And you're like, wait a second, I would be able to see more from that vantage point. And then you walk towards the second mountain, up the second mountain, getting to the top of that one again, only to see more mountains, right? So I'm asking from that kind of perspective, where do you find yourself on that trajectory, right? An ebb or a flow, an up or a down right now? What's it like being back on the farm? Melita, it's nice having you here. Riding the duality of having a lot of energy and not having any time due to fasting. And not having any at the same time due to fasting. Yeah. Like mental clarity and rajasic energy of like, yes, these things, these ideas, these feelings, these abilities to do things. And then at the same time, your body is like, you need to sit down and conserve energy because we're not eating food right now. So stop. You stop doing that. You stop it. Okay. I feel like maybe, as we go forward, maybe our brains will be less and less tapped, limited by our physical bodies. But for now, I'm sending you strength, dear Melita. Sending you so much love. I am the mountain, or is the mountain me? Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Like technically, you're the one choosing, right? Standing literally on top of the mountain, having gone through all of the suffering, all of the branches scratching at your face, all of the rocks that you kicked your toes against, all of the bears that chased you away from their little caves. Finally, to make it to the top of the mountain, to have your view, to have your moment of, I did it, your dopamine, your experience of, I can do difficult things. And then to see something yet more difficult out far in the distance. And instead of laying down and being like, yeah, nah, I know how hard it was to climb this mountain. I'll just lay down and die here. Thank you very much. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No, no, no. We climb more mountains still, don't we? So yes, you are both the mountain and the climber, right? Because there is no experience of the mountain being climbed without you as the climber, and there is no mountain being climbed without the mountain. Non-duality, synchronicity, unity. That's great, Aunt B. Is it raining right now? I'm hearing drops of rainfall, but I'm still under the tree. Am I tripping out right now? Maybe I'm hearing leaves. Like it is a little bit overcast above me, but it didn't look like it was gonna rain, and I'm kind of comfortable where I am right now. The mountain I'm choosing to climb, right? Yes, remind. Oh, there we go. It's great to not overthink and overfeel, though. Feeling no energy for that nonsense right now. Maybe that's something to remind yourself of, Melina, that it's okay to be a little bit low energy as well. I also woke up super low energy today. I didn't film a meditation video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a day to not do stuff right now, and that's okay. All right, that it's okay as you're climbing the mountain to take a sit down. To take a sit down. Yes, one sit down, please. Yeah, you know what? I'll also have a sit down. Thank you very much. It's okay to sit down. It's okay all the way at the top of the mountain just yet. The view doesn't, go away, isn't any less valuable, less worthy of your sight or your insight just because you're not at the top of the mountain just yet. Mm. Thank you for taking a day for yourself, Melita. Be calm. Bethany saying, absolutely necessary. A little bit more climbing to go, but the work is worth it. Absolutely. Thank you for being willing to do the work. Let me see if I missed anything. No. No, 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 no. Absolutely necessary. I know someone who tried to overexert during fasting and really messed up his organs. Went to manual labor job and then the gym after. Definitely don't press your body into impotence. Yeah, listen to yourself, right? And I'm one of the people that do recommend you move when you're fasting. I won't necessarily recommend you do a labor intensive job and then go working out in the gym for 2 hours afterwards. But if you can, like almost like a reminder, right? Do 10 push ups, 10 squats. That's that kind of movement I'm talking about when I'm fasting, where I don't really want to do it, but I have to remind my body that these things, these muscles that I've spent time building, are still essential. Don't use them as fuel, please. Thank you for giving us your warning as well, Princess Mononoke, Peppermint Mononoke. Yeah, fasted state activities are sit, stare at wall, think about donuts. You know what's the worst one for me? Watch other people eat donuts. That happens to me as well. And apparently that's like pretty common with the fitness community where people kind of starve themselves and then end up watching other people eat food. Thank you, Shannon, for letting our friends know on the You Now side, 74 in her username. I am streaming on the YouTube as well. You are a little bit out of reach, and I cannot see the text that size. It's like text for ants. I feel like I'm a little bit more than halfway up my mountain, but been a few mudslides lately. It's okay, Lois. It's okay, friend. Realize, and that's kind of like the part of this fractal that I'm trying to share today. The overarching fractal that I'm trying to share specifically is this one of realizing the only thing that you need to do is keep climbing, right? Regardless of the mudslides, regardless of the bears that chase us away, regardless of the scratches we pick up from the unbeaten paths that we're trying to walk, regardless of the toes we kick against the rocks, just keep showing up. Keep climbing that mountain a little bit at a time, and you will see the top of it. This I can guarantee you. I'll promise you, even. You're like, you can't promise me that, Mel. Yeah, watch me. I promise you. I promise you, if you keep showing up, you'll find what you're looking for. Setting healing energy. Let me see if I missed something. Yes, donuts. I crochet, do some light yoga, take small sip of electrolytes, and think about merging with the universe. Yes. Yes, merge with the universe. The boundary between self and other ever thinning, right? Literally, as you're eating yourself, slowly but surely realizing what you're capable of, not being influenced by anything external, just being. It's interesting you bring that up today, Melina, because my brother made what we call Rice Krispie treats. That sounded so Afrikaans saying that just now. I'm tripping out. And Rice Krispie treats are basically marshmallows, butter, melted together with Rice Krispies poured over them. And then the marshmallow becomes like a sticky medium, keeping these crispy Rice Krispies intact. You're like, we know what Rice Krispies are, Melt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then I wake up this morning, I walk into the kitchen, and there is just like a full spread of these Rice Krispie treats. And I'm like, bruh, bruh, bruh. Like it's one thing to try and take care of your diet. It's a whole other thing when it feels like the whole world is fighting against you to stop doing that. It's like, oh yeah, you got goals? How about all of these challenges? How about all of these little come here, come. Yeah, sure, all of these goals you have, but how about this thing? Ooh, it's nice and shiny, nice and tasty. And I was struggling. I was straight up struggling. So I took out some chicken breasts. I took out some eggs, and I was like really not feeling it. I was looking at these sugary treats, kind of like preparing myself a decent meal, really feeling some sense of that exactly. And then cooked my food. I sat down and I ate what I needed to. And then after I was full, fed, I was like, oh, I don't actually want to eat anything sugary. I was just hungry. How about that? And it was this mountain. It was this mountain that I had to climb, right? The mountain I'm climbing right now is just diet. I love sugar so much. Sugar is actually my real addiction, right? When I think of addiction, I think of something that is almost like it has a place in your head. It keeps pushing a button telling you to do it, right? And I can go months without smoking weed easily. I've gone, more than a month without drinking coffee as well. And that was also easy. But not eating sugar, bruh, that's it's so much harder. And I honestly consider myself a sugar addict for that reason. And I don't think of myself as less or evil or unworthy of love, but I do see it as something that I need to address, right? And I do it from this perspective of asking myself, if I continue doing this, will it serve me, right? If I kept eating sugar in this way, and the way I eat sugar is ceaselessly, right? If I eat sugar, like the Rice Krispie treats, for example, I'll eat 7 back to back just cause I can, right? Huh. one was nice, and now I'm not eating something. Let me go and do that thing again where it's nice and I'm eating something. Let me go and do it again. And all right, bring it close to my face, and then it disintegrates. And what the fuck? Guess we have to do it again, right? And I noticed that if I eat a little bit higher protein, it kind of like plugs that loop of like eat more. You need to eat more. You need to do that thing again. I actually get to be satiated, and it's a hard mountain to climb. It really is a hard mountain to climb, and it feels like it's an active one. It's almost like that one is a mountain you start climbing every single day. And I only reach the peak of my mountain when I've eaten a decent meal, something filling, something that's going to give me the energy that I need to take on my day. I'm going to start seeing it in that way, actually. Right? When I have difficulties or cravings, I'll just take that as the hard part, the steep part of the mountain. And all I have to do is climb the hard part a little bit, cook myself a meal, and then I can find myself, walking down the mountain again. mm mm Physical food is only one version of food that we can survive on. This is true. Today's mountain for me is not to worry. A good friend is having surgery today and has given an estimate 40% chance of surviving. He has spirit though, so I want to stay positive in mindset. I'm sorry to hear that you're facing and your friend is facing these challenges. Okay. We're here with you, friend. We can't help you climb your mountain, but at least you don't have to climb it alone. We'll cheer you on, love you nonetheless. Hey, Trisha, thank you for joining me. Good day to you too, friend. I'm streaming on YouTube as well, same username, Meltmore. If you want a little bit of a better frame, better audio, better interactability, just good stuff all around. Oh, no, 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 I'm taking a take off of your head, little thing. And there you go. I got it. I got it. You had a parasite eating you slowly. Oh, I was squishing it, and then you don't want to know this information. I know. I think I'm sorry. I'm not gonna share it. I'm gonna stop. Let me see. I think I missed a fire. Food is only one of the items now. It's not or one to engage in even. I see it as a plastic toy at the moment. So I think I've shown you this before, Melita, but I'll show you again. On my home screen, I have this little graphic actually, right? Electromagnetic, cosmic energy, food, breath, sunshine, and then direct cosmic energy coming from above. And like I like to look at that when I have a hard time eating food as well, or have a hard time eating food that's serving me, where I'm like, okay, bro, sure, you want to eat whatever you want, but also remind yourself that these are the things that you're always eating, right? And try to align at least as much as you can yourself to energy sources that serve you. Y'all make my heart swell. Thank you. We love you, dear friend, so much, Mononoke. Hold you from Malti. Please do remind me of what promise you'll hold me to. But do hold me to my promises, please. And remind me when I falter. Homemade Rice Krispies are one of the best smells in the world. They're so nice. I really like them. I really like them. And my brother made edible Rice Krispies as well. They were like, Matthew, all Rice Krispies are edible. These ones are extra edible. My brother actually had some of them today, and I was like, interestingly enough, I was like curious about this ring. It's made of silver, and I was like, if I'm ever like in such a bad position where I have to sell this little ring, for the weight in metal that it's worth. I don't know why my mind went there. I was like, how much would that be? and I Google, what a gram of silver costs, and then I go and weigh this little ring. And my brother has like a precision scale, so I go to his room to find this little scale. And then I know he told me he ate some of this Rice Krispie, this edible Rice Krispie. And I walk into his room and I see him with this blissful smile on his face, laying on his bed with his earphones in his ears, listening to music. And then I leave instead of asking him for his scale. I didn't want to, intrude on his vibes. It was beautiful for me to see. Mm. Mhm. Rice Krispie treats are hard to resist. Oh, yes. They're fighting against you only if you let them. I don't know if they're fighting against me as much as they're almost hungry for me. I don't know if that's a thing, but I really have had this experience where when I'm fasting or when I'm kind of trying to be dedicated to my diet, it's almost like my family likes to eat the things that I like to eat even more, right? It's like, oh, of course. Now there's going to be lasagna made. Not that I'm fasting. Yeah, of course it's exactly. Oh, I know someone who makes Rice Krispie treats with canna butter. They're definitely a day ender. There we go, Sam. My brother was already sleeping, or at least closed eyes, listening to music at like 12 a.m. in this morning. So yeah, very, very much so. Oh, I need to make me some canna butter soon. We'll probably make keto pudding with it. If you're going to eat it, if you're gonna really eat your canna butter, right, then I'd recommend using butter. But if you're gonna keep it and you're gonna use it sporadically, I'd recommend you use coconut oil. It's a little bit more stable. It handles being heated up a little bit better than butter does as well. And even though the butter can get sour, you technically can still eat it. It's just not going to be that much of a vibe. Hold up, keto pudding with canna butter. Like Melita, I kind of wish I was living with Melita sometimes because she actually treats herself to novelty when it comes to her keto diet as well. Gets to eat cool things. It's a paradox of eating an edible, getting high with munchies, so you eat more edible. Vicious cycle of the devil's lettuce. That's weirdly enough exactly what happened to him as well, right? I don't know if it was the edible that helped him, but he told me that he ate some of that edible and then he enjoyed it and then he ate a little bit more. And then his words were like, "So we zal zien of the fout was. We'll see if that was a mistake." And I mean, he's knocked out. So I don't know if it was a mistake necessarily. But it's so crazy to me the difference in reaction, right? Where I'll take some cannabis oil and then I'll come into the stream and we'll just have conversations. We'll just chat, right? I'm just like melting through all the different fractals in my mind. And my family, when they take cannabis oil, it melts them to the point where they just have to be in the couch. And my mind is like, "What? And I honestly believe that the reason I react that way to cannabis oil is because when I started doing it, and I've shared this with you friends, I was exercising. So I would take these pucks, like I would pour them in the oil. I would pour it in like ice trays, and then I would heat one of those little blocks up, and then I would pop those little blocks out into my protein shake, and then I would drink that protein shake, and I would go and work out. So it became like an association thing for me, where every single time I take cannabis oil, I have to be energetic slash powerful. I have to exert effort. Maybe that's the way to say it. And cannabis is an association drug. So the things you do when you use cannabis will allow you, in the same vicious cycle kind of way, will allow you to do those things easier when you smoke cannabis. Like, for instance, if I smoke cannabis and like to watch a movie, right? And then every single time I watch my movie, I smoke some cannabis. Now, when I smoke cannabis and I'm sitting in front of my computer, it might be easier, right? As a resistance, as a neural pathway for me to follow to watch a movie. And in the same way, edible oil has become a part of the pathway of movement for me. And it's so nice. I'd actually highly recommend it. If you're going to take some cannabis oil, try and do some yoga with it. It really is quite an experience. Feels like there is a part of you that is unlocked. I'm thinking specifically about the experience I had on Sunday, where I was definitely channeling some cannabis, and then we did this guided meditation, kind of like a tree of life chakra meditation type of thing. And I got so deep into it. Like I was lost, straight up lost in that space. I felt so vast. And yet I was still speaking words at the same time. And we had a friend there who is a botanist. Like he actually works with plants, and it was so cool sending that love of him. It's me, Matt Min. Good morning, my guy. Matt Min. Matt? Has it been like months since I've seen you? Or is this the first time I'm seeing you? I'm from YouNow. There we go. Thank you for joining us from the YouNow side. Look at me seeing you, because I have like a tablet beneath me that holds my comments, right? I can't really reach the camera. I used to reach over and touch the screen sporadically to be able to see the comments. Like I was tripping out about that yesterday. The fact that that fractal where I keep reaching was probably like almost unlearned in me. And even though that reaching was like me reaching out to you in a way, I appreciate the calmness that this experience allows me. Like the comments aren't ceaselessly disappearing. I never managed to do anything else. Edibles that was so potent as the pudding, to be honest. Am I safe to go now? Yeah, that makes sense. It's not getting cooked out. Exactly. I'm going through the trip of man, I miss living with my family. Jovan, that is quite a mountain to climb, right? And the way I'm thinking about it, and again, hello, you now, friend. Sorry if I'm missing you. Again, streaming on the YouTube side as well, Meltmore. I'm thinking about how we climb mountains away from our families sometimes, right? Where we might not particularly enjoy our family, their way of interacting with us, the things they choose to say to us, the way they see the world, and then as a result of the way they see the world, the way they would like us to see the world. And it can cause this sense of separation where you're climbing a mountain away from them so you can have the vantage point of seeing what they're seeing as well. But on the other side, at least what Giovanna is sharing right now, when we reach the top of that mountain, completely away from our family, we can look back and see why we enjoy the mountain that is our family as well, right? Climbing that mountain, walking that path with them. And I noticed that in myself as well, Jovan. Like I really am enjoying living with my family during this time. I I've been tripping myself out about thinking about it in this context of like asceticism. Is that the right word? Hey Google, what does asceticism mean? Serving self-discipline and avoiding all forms of indulgence, typically for religious reasons. Yeah, you can kind of say that. It feels a little bit pompous when I say it like that, but I feel like there has been a little bit of an ascetic lifestyle, right? Like I'm not experiencing the things that normal young people like to experience during these times of their lives. And I'm not complaining about that at all. I feel like this is my mountain to climb. I'm just curious as to how it's shaping me, right? Am I going to miss my family less when I no longer live with them because I get to so mindfully spend time with them right now? Or will I feel the same, Jovan, when I eventually climb the mountain that isn't family, that isn't my family, this family anymore? Will I miss them? Sending you love. Are you in a cult? Nah, fam. A cult, and I like answering this question actually because my mind has constructed a really cool network or framework of understanding. A cult is when a bunch of people come together and deify either a thing or a person, or that person has access to the thing they're deifying, right? That's the combination that they really expect. In other words, if we were a cult, I would go about pretending that I know something you don't. And because I know this thing, you need to be following me because I know so much more than you do. And if you don't follow me, then you're other, right? Then you're evil. But I don't know anything. I'm some dude sitting on a farm right now, right? In Africa. I'm so naive. I'm so ignorant. And I kind of like that. I'm kind of okay with it even. Feel like gives me a sense of peace of mind even sometimes, right? And then my message on the other side is the fact that you are the exact same thing that I am, aware, right? And that awareness is the thing that we need to be focusing on. Instead of focusing on the story that's happening in our heads right now, this thing happened. Oh, this person said this thing. Oh, I feel this way. Oh, I gained weight. Oh, no, to be like, ah, interesting. I am aware of all of these things, like little clouds coming up in your clear mind, your clear sky, and then just watching these little clouds passing, right? And then on the other side, when you realize that's the truth about yourself, that you are that one that watches, the one that observes, you can realize that so is everyone else, right? And the fact that we get to observe together creates this experience that we call society, humanity, unity, even as well, right? That there is a unity in this moment because we are in a way united. You're like, we're not, I'm setting the other side of the world, Melt. We're not united. And yet, if we weren't united, there would be no experience arising in this moment, right? You would be having your experience. And I am having an experience knowing that you're having this experience with me, right? So there's like a new loop that gets created as soon as you show up for it. Thank you for asking, friend. Sending you good vibes. I'm going through the trip with Mam as my family. Who's ready for coconut oil? I didn't even think about cocoa oil version. Interesting. Try it. It works better apparently. It's an easier oil for extraction as well because it doesn't have any solids. Ooh, often we squabbled and butted heads, but the togetherness and the ability to walk into the next room to communicate with them, it's kind of golden. Now I'm curious, Jovan, knowing that you've, gotten yourself your own home, is there a possibility of you going back and spending time with your family? Right? And then I see the logistics of that. You have your own life, your own job, your own schedule, you have your pets, your, partners in life. It's a it's an entanglement we get kind of caught in, right? The mountain you're climbing entangles you because you're climbing this mountain, right? You're like literally on the mountainside. And then on this mountainside, you see the mountain you came from. And you might think, that mountain was kind of nice. But you're literally already standing on another mountain. So you can go down the entire mountain, walk all the way over to the other mountain, and then climb up that mountain again. But you're already on this mountain, right? That in that way, kind of entangled to it. Tell us, what are you thinking? Is there a problem to be solved, or is it just something you're feeling? Heather is here too. Hello to you, friend. So nice having you here. Good day to you too, Lolo. Sending you good vibes, friend. Sam, about 10 minutes ago, I'm barely awake, so I'm just quasi lurking, quasi lurking. Quasi. Hey, Google, what does quasi mean? I know what, like, you know, Like there's like a why can't I'm thinking about Quasimodo right now, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Quasi means like semi, right? Not cuisine. Quasi. It's like spelling it with a W, bruh. It's like I'm getting schooled right now. Quasi. There we go. Can you give me information on this, please? Oh, bruh. I'm getting. Yeah. Uh, what? When the technology doesn't want to work, let go. Quasi hard Q meaning partial. Yeah. Yeah. Partial. Semi. Limited. I'm more curious about where the word comes from, right? I was gonna kind of like looking for the subtext. It's more of a reverse cult, lol. We encourage to trust and care for ourselves while receiving other support. Exactly that. Princess Mononoke. Right, and we don't expect anything of you. There's no financial contribution that you have to make in order to be accepted. There's no type of person, type of class, type of skill set, type of influence, type of et cetera, that you need to confide to in order to be a part of the space. And there is no expectation for you to let go of your life in order to embrace the life that we tell you you're supposed to be living. In fact, we encourage you deeply to live your life, right? That if we ever in this space start telling you, hey, right, these dreams that you have for your world, how about you stop dreaming and start building for someone else? Then there's a problem. Then there's a problem. You, dear friend, are like a brick to this. Maybe I shouldn't use the word brick. Like a rock, like a tree, like a formation that is building this mountain that we call civilization. And if you are not solid, if you are not full, but be careful. The mountain won't be complete, right? You have to completely be you, to trust you, to trust that by your effort, you will be able to make a difference in this world. And that's what we keep, reminding each other of, encouraging each other with. We're trying to support one another to become better versions of the self, not to uplift a version of the self, right? Because I'm just a self, a body. I am some body, all right? I am a body, but there's like only one of me as this body, at least. And to try and deify this specific body when there is literally infinity, a part of the body that is you, right? That sounds like a little bit absurd. That sounds like a focusing of attention in a way that wouldn't serve the growth that we're trying to do, right? Uplifting collective humanity, making this world a better place. It might make, you know, my world a better place, might help me financially, but what is the point if I'm financially well off and the rest of the world is suffering? What is the point of that if we are suffering? What is the point of it if we don't have the means to live good lives? And it is a process, all right? I'm painfully aware that this is not going to be something that happens overnight. The mountain we're climbing is a steep one, and it's probably going to take us decades to get to at least what we would consider the top of this mountain. But we're willing to put in the work, right? Show up, try hard, if you will, as well. Just found a video called How to Make Cannabis Gummies with infused coconut oil. Yeah. Guess I have a new project now. That's so cool. I would like to have one of those gummies one day. True, Sam and open. Presence is membership. Exactly. Right? And there is no shunning individuals for not being here. Christine, is it Christine? Just remind me, CR. Christine or Christina? I know it's a Chris with a something. I know that much, but I have to say it a bunch of times before it's gonna completely worm itself into my brain. Jovan, sending so much love. I a stick emoji. I see. Melita the stick. Like Melita told me that magic with a K is when you take things of the physical and you transmute them into something differently. So this is a stick that came from that little tree. The branch that made up this stick was dead or dying. It had like these bunches scrounged up, almost looking like diseased leaves. So me taking care of the plants around the farm, I cut this branch off to give the other ones more energy to thrive. And I was like, this is a nice stick. I think I'm gonna save it. So I added a bunch of beeswax. I spoke nice words at it. I took flames to it so that beeswax can melt into the little nooks and crannies. Just a little bit of it on it. I added some lemon oil to the stick as well. And then I told Melita about the stick and the process I went through. And she mentioned, yeah, that's basically magic. And then, as a result of her sharing that understanding with me, this stick gained her name, Melita the Stick. I like this stick. This stick makes me happy. It feels like a wand in a way. I bless you. You are so rich in the future. Oh goodness, that was a little much. Why do you need 5 yachts, yo? Give some of the yachts to your friends. I bless you with healing and good health. Eva is watching me like I'm insane. I am insane. Don't judge me. I bless you with happiness and joy. Sister is the furthest, an hour away. I'm still trying to visit her on the weekends. You're doing well. You're doing well. And you're wanting to. I feel that's the most important thing as well, Jovan. I visit them any chance I get. I aim for weekly, but I'll be spending the night with my mama a few times this week. They're not too far from me. Even if they're not too far, even 20 minutes is not the next room, right? In that way, as you mentioned. I move with the air, and I don't have to worry too much about wind noise. I'm still kind of worried about wind noise now, like a little bit. Now I'm less worried about it. The name Quasimodo has roots in Latin. Quasimodo, gen, gen, geniti infantis. You're not gonna give me more context than that, Sam? Now I'm just curious about what Quasimodo geniti infantis means. Origin is Latin meaning as if almost. There we go. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you, Duck Dad. As if almost. Quasi. As if almost. Yeah, I'm quasi paying attention to you right now. What do you mean you're almost paying attention to me? Like I can hear what you're saying, but I don't want to. Oh goodness. The answer is deep inside you. Yes, you reading this, it is in the self. Exactly. Right? I am just a fractal of you. All of the information you have received from me has been in you. Otherwise, you would just be listening to gibberish gobbledygook. But the fact that you understand this language that we both speak, and the fact that you can infer meaning from the words I choose to say, and the fact that that meaning is significant to your life means that you are the thing that is being communicated at you. Love. There's so much love. The answer is in you. Thank you, Mananoke, for helping me echo as well. Did you see that shtick? You might have seen it. This stick almost took me out. Thank you, tree, for sparing me. Thank you, wind, for not letting it drop on me as well. No, I didn't know that. So thanks for a learning moment. We learn together, Duck Dad. I really like knowledge. I really like knowledge. And it's kind of concerning sometimes, right? Ah, a stick did hit me, but only a tiny one. Thank you for reminding me of how touched I am. This whole mass of tree is moving like this above me right now. Thank you for being so strong. I'm literally sitting underneath the roots of this tree. Well, above the roots of this tree. Uh, hand shoes, hand shoes, and horse grenades. Hey, you, dear friend. Sorry for missing you up until this moment. Love you. Thank you for joining us. And to you that might be lurking right now, I see you too. And if you're only going to be lurking for a moment longer, I want to say I love you and that you matter and that you will make a difference in this world even if you don't try, right? That is also a difference. So be willing to embrace this mountain we're climbing fully. Is that Grant? How have you been, friend? Grant. Hand shoes is Grant? Might be maybe the match we're talking about. If you're going, cannabis gummies of coconut oil, food grade glycerin, and it will be made a lot of trial and error. Getting oil and water to homogenize is a lesson in patience. Oh, yes. Because they really don't like chilling together. They're like, I'm less dense than you, so I am this and you are that. And then they separate, pulling each other from each other. But we do have emulsifiers, right? I believe you add xanthan gum to oil as well to help it emulsify. There are ways. There are ways. But it is patience, as you mentioned beautifully, friend. Christina. Okay. With an ah. With an ah. Ah. Ah, yeah, Christina. Oh, of course. Ah, Christina. Okay. I think it's now. Thank you again. Yeah, Siobhan, it's me. We love you, Hand Shoes. Thank you for joining us, dude. Look who it is. A Mr. Merman. Joining us right now. This is his scarf. Well, technically Stephanie sent it, but by extension, it's Merman's. Look at all of those wands, dude. So much wand and such clear audio quality. Yeah, makes me happy. Gives me hope. This is a mountain we've been climbing for a long time. Tripping out about bad audio quality. It's raining. Oh goodness, it's saucing in the background. Look at that. You see that? That is water coming down. So I'm gonna start moving my stuff out of the rain. Gonna have to move my stuff out of the rain. Let's start. I'll take this, and this, and this. Oh yeah, you can still hear me. Thank you for going on this adventure. Your eyes might be stuck on that mountainside, but your ears follow me around. I'm sorry for making it weird. Hey yow! Eskabow! Thank you for the rain, universe. Seems like it's gonna be one of those saucy ones. It's already dripping. I think there's something in my eye right now. Okay. I think my eye did that thing where it moves the thing that's in your eye closer to one of the edges. I need to keep moving things because I'm gonna get rained on if I don't vamos. Part of me wants to say things. Part of me wants to be quiet. Part of me wants to be quietly saying things. Grass-fed gelatin. I believe that gelatin is actually good for your joints, isn't it? Get your body that nutrients. Love you. And that rain is, it's really coming. It's gonna be one of those stormy nights, it seems. It's gonna be kind of nice even. Let me take this. Okay. Yeah. Gelatin has collagen, which is good for joints and skin. It's true. That's what I was thinking about as well, actually. Thank you, Sam, for echoing that sentiment. I don't know why I put my thing so far away. Kind of overextended a little bit. A skadoosh underneath a roof. This should keep us dry. Why, thank you, divine. Tell me why I want to sing, do. Tell me. I don't know why either. Maybe you're seeing the rain down in Africa right now. I see the rain. It's coming. All of the keys and the doors are inside of us always. Stick of intention, yes, magic. Been doing okay, I suppose. Life has been difficult the last few months. You want to tell us about it, Grant? Do, please, actually. Right? Today's stream is specifically about climbing the mountain, right? And climbing a mountain is, if anything, difficult. Very much so. So tell us about the mountain you've been climbing, dude. How's it been? What have your struggles been? What is the lessons you've been learning? Oh, it's gonna so rain sideways onto me. I can see it coming. I can feel the drops already hitting my back, in fact. Hey, divine friends. Hey, divine merman. It's nice having you here, Steve. HSHG. Feel you on that. Hand shoes. Grand. Glad you're here. Never know what the catalyst is to a good day is going to be. Hey, brah, can you get a wave of that blessing stick? Let me go and get my blessing stick quickly. Bless you with that stick of blessing. I'm gonna get so blessed. Do the blessing with a trick. Bless you. Swat. Bless you. Bless. Oh, please, sir. Can you not rain sideways? It's like encroaching all the way in to like the line of the wall even. My mind is running calculations. Where am I supposed to move where it's going to be more dry? Maybe into this corner. A skirpager, a skirker, a skirpager. I feel like I'm losing my mind right now. I had to climb a new mountain, and now I'm like, oh yes. How does one human being angles? Yeah, this is kind of nice. I can kind of vibe with this. I feel so laid back. Yes, and I'm like just out of the rain line. Like just. And a few drops hit me, but I'm not gonna get soaked at least underneath here. Excited to see you here, friend. I think I haven't seen you since the Reddit days. I'm glad you're here, and I hope today brings you some extra peace and ease. Oh, it's still raining on me. Guess I guess I kind of I did challenge her a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for challenging you. I'm, I'm fighting whether or not I have to move again because it's so raining on me right now. Here you can see where it's encroaching. All right, so it's coming all the way to here onto my body. My body is getting rained on. I accept. I accept the rain. Oh no, I'm starts raining harder. Gabity goo. Oh, God, Goo, it's nice having you here, dude. Let the rain fall down and touch my skin. Bro, it's so touching my skin right now. Why does it have to come sideways? Right? Like, look. Like, I'm actually getting rained on here. And, like, that's where the roof is. Right? So, it's supposed to extend, like, up to this point where it's dry. Ah, there we go. Nah. I'll move a little bit more still. Pippi is also getting rained on and she's not having it. Man! This is my mountain, isn't it? I'm climbing mountains right now. Because I want for things to be differently. That's what's happening in my brain. My brain is like, oh, if only things weren't like they are right now, then surely. Story. But no, things are perfect. Things are perfect in this moment. I am not limited by the rain falling on my body. My electronics are out of the rain. They will survive this. And so will I. Yes, the mountain is becoming climbed. Good source of collagen, Zano. Again, nice having you here, friend. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Oh, why? Why? Please. Please, mercy. Mercy. Thank you. Like it's coming all the way to here now. It's like extending more and more. Like it was first here, and then it was here. Sounds here. And then every single time I become a little bit more comfortable with getting rained on, it's like, oh yeah, how about you get rained on more? How about you get a little more rained on? I think I'm only gonna get rained on until the wind stops blowing in this direction. Like I have this thing up in here and it's like completely soaked, or at least not completely soaked, but it has like so many drops on it that I can't count them anymore. And then it's entering, pushing buttons. My mind doesn't want to work anymore. It's like, oh yes, you have to problem solve, oh. Monkey is in rain. Monkey doesn't like being in rain. Monkey doesn't want to die of the cold. Oh, please. Please, Mama Gaia, please. Oh, please stop raining on me, please. Like, I'm using the roof. I am using the roof. Can you stop raining sideways? You want to see how far it's going now? It's wet until here. And it's communicating properly. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Oh goodness. I don't know what to do. And I don't want to end the stream. I guess I'm gonna pull a card, you know? That way I can end the stream at least feeling like there has been some sort of completion of the arc. Start rain dancing. I'm not actually that opposed to rain dancing. Maybe I will. I'll go get my speaker and I'll rain dance a little bit. Because I'm not opposed to getting wet. I am opposed to my technology getting wet though. Like I have to, like, it's literally, holy shit, please, please. Like, let me show you. And you see that? This is literally up here. And it's still coming from the fucking sides. Please, please, rain downwards. Like this. Not like this. Like so. Mother Nature is like, oh yeah, bitch, rains on me more. I'm sorry for playing. I just, you know what? Oh yeah? Oh yeah, Mother Nature? Oh yeah. I'll go inside. Watch me. Watch me go inside. You think I don't know how to use Windows? Yeah, watch me. I can go inside. Can't get rained on if there's windows in the way. Yeah. I shall not be defeated. I'm gonna say bye to you now, friends. If you wanna continue joining me, I'll be continuing streaming on the YouTube side. Love you. Okay. Yeah. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. I touched the rains down in Africa. I got touched by the rains down in Africa. At least we got all of our stuff moved out of the way before it started raining. That's a win, isn't it? And I don't think you friends have seen me from this perspective just yet. POV, Melt sitting down. POV, you watching Melt sit down. Okay. Gob returns from his 50,000-year slumber. Love you all. Must go walk the doggos. Thank you for taking care of your doggos, Sena. Please do. Sending your love, friend. We'll see you again soon. New logo program just arrived from my designer friend in Jakarta, Indonesia. Going to post it into the Discord for feedback and thoughts. I trust you all. I look forward to seeing it like that. That sounds pretty cool, man. Have a beautiful day. It's a very long story, but mostly just been struggling with mental and physical health issues and trying to function as a normal human is supposed to function and operate in their daily lives. Yeah, that can cause us some turmoil, can't it? Especially when we feel like we aren't being normal, right? And like physical normality is, I think, one of the hardest ones. Like, and for me, normal is strong, right? Where if I don't feel strong and capable and energetic at the start of my day, I don't feel normal. And then I trip myself out about it, where I'm like, like, why am I feeling this way? You know, all of this work I've done to get better, why am I not getting better, etc., etc. I've got brain trauma / damage from getting kicked in the head by a horse when I was a kid. So now life sucks a lot of the time. Even though that might be true, I would like to believe that you're not limited by that traumatic event alone, right? That you are still capable of living a good life, if you so choose. And I can hear that is what you're choosing. You're choosing to live a good life. You're choosing to show up nonetheless. Not just laying down with this thing having happened. And shoes, that is every second of my life. I know how exhausting it can be. We are a 3-person neurodiverse family. So if you need to chat, I got you. Thank you, Duck Dad, for reaching out that way, friend. The terrain, God returns. Hilary Duff, a blast from the past. I bet South Africa rain smells so nice. It does smell nice. I won't lie. What do they call it? Permacore? Is it permacore? Hey Google, what is the smell of rain? Petrichor. That's the word. Petrichor is the smell of rain. Now you know. Now I know more. Remember a little bit harder. Man, never in a million years did I expect her to pop back up in How I Met Your Mother reboot. Except harder. I was I was trying, but like I was literally holding my tablet like this, dude, sitting in the rain, and I was like getting rained on like this. And then even with my tablet this high, it was also getting rained on, and I was like, nah, 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 nah. And Pippi also was like, yes, the dry inside. This is nice. You have really nice feet, Melty. I do. Thank you. I I am self-conscious about that. I'm happy to know that I have good feet. Go get shampoo and wash your hair again. The wind direction changes fast. Are you talking to me, Gob? You think my hair is dirty? It is kind of. It's like on day 4 or 5. Like I wash my hair weekly slash like 5 times a month, and I feel like that is the least wasteful way of washing my hair. And my hair doesn't produce as much oil as it used to anymore. But it is a process. Thank you for reminding me. I'll show up with clean hair tomorrow again. And then we're gonna dance, and then I'm gonna sweat, and my hair is going to reach a level of dirtiness again, fortunately. Dancing, and it's not even Wednesday. Protecting nature never goes well. Protesting, no, it doesn't. Right? And I I'm grateful for the rain falling. That's the real thing as well. Right? I'm so grateful that there is rain falling at all. So I don't want it to stop. But I would like for it not to rain on me, which is selfish, right? A little bit selfish. Point of view where Melt and Pippi take naps. I don't really take naps here. I don't like sleeping where there's an open view of me. I don't know why, but I don't like being watched when I sleep or having the prospect of people potentially being able to watch me while I'm sleeping. What a weird scene change. Yeah, I don't think we've had this. I think we've streamed on this couch like once, but this definitely isn't a normal occurrence. Flesh colored couches. Yeah, my mom hates them. She hates them so much. She's been wanting to replace them for years. But my dad is like, nah, they are couches. They couch. You streamed from there before when you were running from the killer bees. This is true. That's true. Man, those bees really are quite spicy. The infamous sewing machine. My mom sews. My mom likes sewing. My mom is an artist through and through. She works with clothing and with food. You have a tick here. Yeah, look at that. That's a tick. That's a tick you had on your body, Peppy. You had this thing on your body. I know you want to bite it, but I'm gonna have to kill it first. Oh, you have two here. You had two of them next to each other. You still curious? Yeah, there's one so far. You gonna eat it? Okay. And there's another one. What's the other one you had? Isn't that strange? Huh? Little creature that decided to eat you slowly. There you go. Now it's no longer on you. Rama! What a cool username, friend. Rama is one of the Sanskrit chants that I use as well. I don't know if your name is associated with that kind of energy, but sending you love. It's nice having you here, friend. I must depart. Duck Dad says, love you, friend. We'll see you again soon, man. Horse grenades, give yourself some forgiveness. You're trying your hardest, and that is the best that you can do. Thank you, Duck Dad, for encouraging that love as well. The word comes from the Greek words tetra. meaning stone, and ichor, which in Greek mythology refers to the golden fluid that flows in the veins of the immortals. Stone fluid floating in the veins of the immortals. In a way, our earth is immortal, right? At least in comparison to us. I like that. The golden fluid that smells like stone flowing through the immortals, that is our earth. And then we get to smell that. What do you think about that, Pippi? What do you think about that? You don't like it that much? Okay. Petra is a common name for girls here. Really? In Croatia. Petra. It is a nice name. Petra. Again, the Greek word for stone. Petra. We have a friend, Natalie, called her daughter Terra Nova. Right? Terra, I believe, meaning earth, and nova meaning explosion. Hey, Google, what does nova mean? A star showing a sudden large increase in brightness and then slowly returning to its original state over a few months. There's Pippi here on all of my shiznit right now. Okay, I've lost my mind and I'm back. Is Lyme disease a thing in Africa, or is that all ticks? Fortunately, we don't have Lyme disease as a big of a problem here in SA. Because apparently Lyme disease needs a vector, right? Like it needs to be infected by an animal. And then that Lyme disease basically propagates in their bodies. And then they bite another animal. And then they put that Lyme disease in the animal. And then other ticks bite that animal. And then it starts the process. We fortunately haven't started that process where our animals have Lyme disease in the first place. So fortunately, no ticks with Lyme disease on this side. And if we did, I would have had Lyme disease like 50 times over at this point. I've been bit by so many ticks. I don't even know if I'm embarrassed to say that. Like I used to be, right? If I was 13 and I had found a tick on myself, I felt like that was the most shameful thing in the world. But now I've been bitten by so many ticks, and I've taken so many of them off of me. It's just another thing I'm offended by more than ashamed by. I'm like, how fucking dare you bite into my skin and consume my blood? How dare you? I have a girlfriend named Petra from Austria. She said she was almost named Hildegard. Yo, that's, I don't know, that's, I don't want to make fun of the name Hildegard because there's people named Hildegard. Hey Google, how many people are named Hildegard? In South Africa alone, there's 1,836 people named Hildegard. That's a lot of people to offend, so I'm I'm going to not. I think I like Petra more though. Wow, both great names. Who plays the guitar in the fam, Melty? Dad does. Dad plays the guitar. He started teaching me, but I'm too soft. I'm a little sissy boy when it comes to having to form calluses at the tip of my fingers. So I never really got into it. My dad has like these thick calluses on the tip of his fingers. You know, and when he plays guitar for an extended period of time, you literally see these grooves in his fingers where he would press down on the strings. And I'm just not about that. I'm like, hell nah. My fingies are really sensitive and I care how they feel. Like even with calluses. Yeah, meow, meow, meow. Like I do pull-ups, but I use like a, I don't know what you call it, like a protective pad between me and the bar so I don't completely wreck my hands. And then when I do my pull-ups, instead of wrapping my hand around the bar, I kind of only wrap my fingers so I don't form calluses there as well. Melt communicates his pedantic nature of trying to keep his hands soft. Yeah. Uh-huh. Can you hear that? You saying what? You saying what? What? Feel like it's wet outside? I know it's wet outside. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? Oh yeah? Oh, that's crazy. Tell me more. And I hope you could hear her at least for one of her meows. Mm. Apparently, there's some weird tick in Florida that can make you allergic to eating meat, specifically the hemoglobin. I heard about that one. How crazy. How crazy. The fact that that's even a thing. We're not gonna talk about the weird ticks in Florida. We'd be here all day. It's crazy in the Midwest as well, apparently. A bunch of people with protein allergies due to tick bites. Keep that shit far away from me. It's curious though that Mother Nature in a way bioengineered that pathogen, to literally make us allergic to meats. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, really? Tell me more. Oh, uh-huh. Yes, we can hear the talking cat. She's really vocal and she loves scritches. There she goes again. Like that cat does not have a satiation point, right? Whenever I'm willing to give scritches, she's like, yeah, 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 let's do this. Call her into the room. Maybe she's lost. Nah, she's not lost. She's just needy. Yes, we can hear her when the cat meows ends in a question mark. Meow, meow, meow. Gus, 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 gus. She's eating pellets right now. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Let's pull a card, shall we? See what sacred geometry has to say. I kind of like this angle. I don't know why. It makes me feel more human, right? This would be the way you would see me if you were just standing, kind of like next to the couch right now and we're having a conversation. I feel a little bit more human scale. Who picks the ticks off of the cats? Me too. Also me. I actually took one off of Ginger today. He looked kind of grateful. I need a long back scratcher for her. I give her feet rubs mostly. She's not lost. She's just needy. I'm happy that you like that one. This card, right? This is the card we want. Ooh, how about that? We pulled this one recently, like 3 days ago. Susanna, that's a great idea. The little butt scratcher. I don't think we have any butt scratchers, but, pun intended, we do have, or my dad bought this massage gun, right? One of those, and Ginger loves it. I've never seen a cat so in love with a piece of technology where if he hears the brrr, he comes up and he's like, away, do that thing where you brrr my neck, please. And then he comes up and I'm like, at first, I was like doing it from this perspective of, oh, this is gonna be like, having a baby taste a lime or something for the first time. And then I start giving him a neck massage of this massage gun, and he's like leaning into it. He's like, yeah, yeah, more. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, dude. Clearly, this is something you do enjoy. Orange. Look at that. Green is the core meaning, but there's definitely veins of orange empowering this card as well. The cardinal again the passion flower. This is the flower we pulled for, or the card we pulled for Gateway Process the day after her, no, 2 days after her grandma passed. Passion flower. The passion flower. Card number 45. Appreciation and awareness. Embedded within this image is the beautiful configuration known as the flower of life. It is made up of 19 interlocking circles that represent the lattice of pure life force. A brightly colored cardinal towards Ginger, and in the center, a passion flower call upon you to recognize and appreciate the perfection of nature and the beauty that lies within you. Two hands cradle and dynamically energize this card. This is a prayer of appreciation and a call to awareness. Gaze at the center of this informational pattern and the passion flower at its core. Allow this life force to activate an attitude of appreciation and fill your awareness of exactly what you need to know at this moment. Feel how that recognition affects you, body, mind, and spirit. Appreciation is recognition of the divine nature of everything, including the direction your life is taking at this time, right? Where you are with this mountain climb. Recognize the value of your chosen path. Your path up the mountain is something to be valued. Become aware of how your passion is flowering. Recognize the evolution of your visionary path and hold dear the feeling of what it's like to follow your bliss. Hold dear the feeling of what it's like to follow your bliss. You friends are literally facilitating me living my dream. And that's not lost on me. Very much not so. In fact, it's something that I cannot thank you enough for. So I'll thank you right now. I'll be in appreciation of the divine nature that is you. That is you, dear friend. You've ruined Ginger, getting so spoiled with massages. That dude is living the life. Seriously. Like I feel all of our animals get to live like little gods on this farm. Getting ready to work on some flower remedy homework after the stream ends. Let your passion flower. Shannon and Nana, let that passion flower as you flower into the remedies. Thank you, friends, for joining me, sharing this moment, for joining me in the home today, weirdly enough. Right? Tomorrow will be the day that we dance. It's not raining enough for me to feel I need to dance in it anymore. But I will be dancing tomorrow. You know, with my luck, it's probably gonna keep raining now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna still have to dance in the rain. Until next time, dude. We're always here for you, Grant. No more than a thought away, right? Like I have to preface that. Like we show up in this space, right? And you're never going to be demonized or thought of as less when you're not here. But something I would like to encourage you is to remember that no matter how far away you are, how many days have passed since you've been here, all it takes is a single thought for you to be here again. Have that thought, if you will. And we love you. Great lighting in your house. You look good. Yeah, it's the open windows and me facing away from the direction or the camera facing away from the direction the light is coming in. I do know how to work with light when it comes to getting better audio and better footage, but unfortunately, getting better footage of myself also helps me get worse footage of the nature. And for me, the nature is more important than myself. So I'm kind of biased, unfortunately. Thank you for letting me know, though. I appreciate it, Joy V. Have the mostest, beautifulest day, everyone. I love you all so very tremendously, dearly. Melton, all of you absolutely, wonderfully, lovingly friends. Thank you. Thank you, dear Shan, for joining me again. Thank you, Joy Vive and Jovan. Love you, Grant. Bless you, friend. Love and breezes to all of you, lovely friends. Love you, as you said, Jovan, Grant. Thank you for joining us, Zana and Melita. Dagda is not here anymore. I'm sending Corey vibes as well, and Isaac, and Merman was here for a moment. Aunt B and Uncle Becky. I have plans coming up soon. I'm still gonna do it. Joy Vive. It's just taking me longer than I expected it would. And it's not supposed to take me that long. But it is. Joe is on a cruise. This is true. Literally on a cruise ship right now. He got on the cruise ship yesterday. Just imagine going out to sea, floating in something mostly metal. And it's floating by literally displacing volume. Man, this world we live in. Humans are so clever. You are clever, dear friend, and realize that this world we're living in, this mountain that has been orchestrated for us to climb, was built by people no smarter than you. And that you are worthy of choosing your own path. Cruise ships are modern marvels. Yeah, they are. They are. Like, there's a bunch of other tangents opening up in my brain, you know. Cruise ships are disease vectors. Cruise ships are mediums of extreme exploitation and modern slavery. Cruise yes. Yes. There is infinity in everything. And it is what we choose to see. Thank you for reminding me that it is a modern marvel. Literally. That we can build places that we can live on the sea. And then we can move those living places as well. The Syracusia? That word sounds familiar, but I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, Sam. They are indeed all that, but like you said, the things human can do are wild. Yes, true. It's true. It's true. HIV. Like that series you recommended I watch is coming up in my mind right now as well. Like 1904, cruise ships, the scary side of it. It was an ancient war luxury liner designed by Archimedes, the Syracusea. Hey Google, can you show me the Syracusea? It went Syra Cruise. Syracusea. Hey Google, can you show me the Syracusea boat? Showing me an airport. Hey Google, can you show me the Syracusea boat? I'm not saying airport. I'm saying boat. Is this the way I sound? Right? Is it because I have an accent that Google doesn't understand me? Maybe later I'll see it. Got to go. Thank you so much, Malfmore and friends. Thank you, Christina, for joining me. Syracusea. Hey Google, can you show me the Syracusea boat? Showed me Syracruiser. Syracruiser boat. Is that what I sound like? I'm so offended, Google. How dare you? I love you, right? Thank you for joining me for the ridiculousness, for climbing this mountain. Keep climbing, and I'll see you soon. Either at the top of the mountain or tomorrow. I love you. Goodbye, everyone.